What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. If you guys saw my last video about a month and a half ago or so, somebody attempted to steal the tailgate on my truck, but luckily I leave it locked all the time. So because they couldn't get in through here, they actually broke my rear taillight. And for whatever reason, they thought maybe breaking the brackets, which they did, both top and bottom. That's why they now are all ghetto rigged. Got Gorilla Tape just holding them together. But they tried to get to the bolts on the inside and the hinge on the bottom didn't work. So luckily, locked tailgate, got to keep it. But now the other form of theft prevention that I'm going to be installing today is two catalytic converters for the driver's side and the passenger side. And these are by Tacoma Beast. They're also my sponsor. So if you guys ever need anything on the website, use code TACOMAN5. And in the discount section, you save a little bit of money, merchandise, parts, whatever you guys need, you can get it on the Tacoma Beast website. And that last video that I did do, I installed this new tailgate, I guess, theft prevention piece. It's lockable, so this end piece only, this whole thing only comes out if you unlock it with the provided key. And it just basically, when this joint comes out, that's when you slide the tailgate off. It's very easy to do. I did it all in my last video. You can check it out. It'll be linked down below. But once that comes out, then the tailgate comes off. But this piece blocks the tailgate hinge from coming out. So definitely useful. I think it's about 45 bucks maybe on the Tacoma Beast website. So definitely worth getting. They have them for second gen Tacomas, third gen Tacomas. So definitely get one of those if you don't have one yet. And these are the two catalytic converter shields. Got the nice Tacoma Beast logo on there. They're labeled driver's side and passenger side. Nice and thick. The good thing is there's only 4 bolts. You only got 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're not your average like Phillips or flathead screwdriver. It's actually a nice, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, can't remember what it's called, but they give you the provided piece as well to install them. And then you got these 2 little rubber grommets that go right in there. So overall, should be a very easy installation. I've got one side prepped already. The only issue for me, of course, is because I have a skid plate down here. I had to loosen up the back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. I actually had to remove these last 3 just to get to the support bracket, which is this piece. So if you look over on the driver's side, try to do this right there, that piece going across is a support bracket, so it just has to come off real quick and it's going to get reinstalled. And then you've got 2 bolts here. There's the edges. You don't completely remove these, just enough to where you can have some wiggle room, because the skid plate or the catalytic converter shields are going to basically secure behind these bolts. So here's a catalytic converter right there. Very popular to be stolen, very easy to steal them, and it's very quick. The first thing I did is I just put those little rubber grommets in. Easy to do. If you have a very thin or very small flathead, you just got to basically pry it through and then make sure all the edges are out of the hole. That way it secures in there. Okay, so on the passenger side first, it's raised right here and it's open more. That's basically meant to just secure it right over these 2 bolts. So it's super easy. And then the end of it right here is basically going to be right around the bolt of the lower control arm. I'm going to try to do this one-handed for you guys. I don't know if you can really see anything, but hold on. Get that with my hand real quick. Little harder than I thought one-handed, but as you can see, again, right there where it's open, it just slid right into the bolt. I haven't secured them yet. And then there's the 2 other factory spots for the support bracket, and we're going to replace those ones with these. So the back 2, which go right in here, are going to be the stock bolts. The other end are going to be the new security bolts. And then you see it just clears the lower control arm bolt, and once it's secured in, it's going to be nice and flush. completely blocking the catalytic converter. So now I'm just gonna secure these bolts real quick. So I still don't have these completely tightened right here. And then I just put the support bracket back on. And the whole point of this bracket is going to be going on the outside of the catalytic converter protector. So now we'll get the security bolt with a washer, and then we'll lightly, just barely even hand tighten them in there, because we got to do the driver's side still, and I don't want to tighten this too much because then I may need to loosen it again on the driver's side. So secure this in, and then I'll show you guys after that. Okay, it's completely secured. Super easy installation. And nice and flush all the way to the back. Support bracket went on easy, is lined up perfectly as it should. I tightened these down pretty dang good. Now I'll go over to the driver's side. I'll try to film it a little bit more, which is harder when I've got to use both hands, but I'll try to angle this GoPro the best I can to be able to film getting off the bracket and all that. All right, this looks like a pretty decent angle for you guys. Here's a support bracket on the driver's side, and then you have the catalytic converter right up here, which is fully exposed. And then you just got to make sure you're using the shield that has the D for driver on it, of course. And I know it may seem like hard to mess up, but I definitely have put on the wrong one before, or attempted to at least. So like I said, we're going to remove, so I'll remove this down here first. I'll remove, is that a good angle right there? Seems pretty good for you guys. Remove the bottom ones first, and then I'll get to the top part. I guess if you're considering getting a full skid plate protection underneath, like transfer case and everything, just keep in mind that it does make it a little more difficult putting on the shields, because you do have to loosen up the back portion of the skid plate. Nowadays, it might even be worth it more to just get the catalytic converter shields first, just because of how much the thefts of those are increasing. And then the bracket comes right out. Of course, another bolt that's stuck. There we go. Now we'll move on. Can you see these two right here, just like we did on the other side? And all the bolts besides these two on like the frame are 13, but the two bolts on the frame are a 14. And these ones look like they're kind of rounded, even though I've never had to remove them for anything. Right. And again, you don't have to remove them all the way. All right, I got them removed just about that much or so. And now grab the driver's side shield. And there you go, like that, and then get our bracket. Go, and then get the two factory bolts, which I think I flung one over there. And then just secure the two back bolts on the factory, or with the factory screws. So I'm not too sure what is going on with this driver's side, but my bracket is basically catching on the catalytic converter. I've got it pushed up as far as it can go, and I was able to secure one bolt up here, but pushing this into place is just not happening. I just have no room. For some reason, it's just snagging on the catalytic converter shield. I don't know why I didn't do that on the passenger side. The passenger side has a lot of play, so that one's easy to put back on, but like I'm trying to push this thing hard and this is not lining up at all. Like that's way off on the bolts right there. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just have to take off this whole protector or this support bracket and just not even use it, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to secure this in. Okay, it's all secured now. I ended up having to remove this bracket, which secured the 4x4 or rival 4x4 skid plate onto this support bracket. So without that on there, everything fit. No issue at all. So if you don't have a skid plate down there, it's gonna be an easy installation for you. Maybe 30 minutes at most. But it was a pain in the butt for me just because I tried making it work, but it just didn't in the end. So yeah, don't forget to use my discount code if you want to get anything for your Tacoma on Tacoma Beast. If you got any questions, let me know. Shoot me a message on Instagram, here on YouTube, and I'll get back to you. Till then, we'll see you on the next video. Take care.